This is America in Space, a weekly news and information program on current events dealing with the space industry.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today. I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor. NASA's Curiosity Rover has discovered lots of evidence of ancient lakes on Mars since it first landed in August of 2012. Curiosity is currently exploring a unique feature known as the marker band in the foothills of Mount Sharp. Rocks in this area show the clearest evidence yet for waves that the mission has ever seen. Here's a report from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory about the new rippled rocks and other features in what is believed to have once been a lake on Mars.
The Curiosity rover has discovered lots of evidence of ancient lakes on Mars. But what we saw in this surprised us. Curiosity is currently exploring Mount Sharp. The whole mountain is 3 miles tall, but we're down in the foothills. In 2022, the rover started exploring a unique feature on Mars called the marker band. It's a dark, thin layer of rock that stands out from the layers above and below it. We first saw it in orbiter images years before we launched. What created this winding layer of hard rock is a mystery, but Curiosity can help us understand what formed the marker band. We first discovered that the rocks within the marker band are really hard. Curiosity has faced some challenges drilling into them, but we might find a softer spot on the road ahead. Nearby, we found an exciting scientific clue. These rippled textures were created billions of years ago by waves in a shallow lake. We've climbed through many lake deposits during our mission, but have never seen wave ripples this clearly. This was especially surprising since the area we're in probably formed at a time when Mars was becoming more dry. Just above the rippled layer is another intriguing clue. These rocks have a very repetitive pattern in their spacing and thickness. We see lots of layers on Mars, but they're rarely this regular. We're not sure what caused this rhythmic pattern. Weather or climate cycles, like dust storms happening at periodic intervals, are possible explanations. Look at these gorgeous layered hills and cliffs that Curiosity is headed toward. If this was on Earth, we'd probably make it a national park. In the distance here, we can see debris in a valley called Geddes Vallis. This was washed down here by wet landslides very late in Mount Sharp's history. This landslide debris is probably the most recent evidence of water that we'll ever see. It will allow us to study layers higher up on Mount Sharp that we can't reach since they're so far up the mountain. Curiosity has driven through some amazing scenery, and we've learned so much about Mars's ancient climate. But even after 10 years, there's so much more to explore.
So, does Mars still have water? Our rovers just keep looking. Thank you for joining me. Remember each Tuesday to join David Denault for America's Return to Space, and join me every Friday for America in Space. From the Florida Space Coast, I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor for About Space Today.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to share our program with your family and friends, and follow us on Facebook. Join us each week for news and information on America in Space.